Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a like up. Bold and the Beautiful has Hope Logan and Carter Walton about to plunge into an intimate relationship. But as this union gets underway, problems fester on the CBS soap. Steffy Forrester soon becomes a major thorn in the side of Carter and Hope. But even bigger problems brew when these two have different directions in mind. Bold and the Beautiful uses the same script for Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, from back when he was romancing numerous others. He looks into Hope Logan's Annika Noel eyes and repeats almost the same words he used in past passionate scenes. But he did those scenes with other women. And Carter seems to dive in deep. He talks like someone who has been in a relationship for months, but these two only shared some flirting in the office. Even his apartment looked like a setup for a night of passion. Since he was with Hope Logan the entire afternoon, he didn't have time to prepare his place for a romantic event. But there it was, all set up for passion. So he said he made some phone calls. Carter likely had someone come over and set the stage for romance. So, to suggest this guy is moving fast lately on the Bold and the Beautiful might be an understatement. Next week on B&B, Hope Logan gloats over Carter Walton coming out of left field to give her that save on her HFTF line. While she basks in it, Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McSinswood, starts to put the puzzle together. But Steffy likely accuses Hope of using Carter to keep HFTF safe. And maybe as Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, flits around her wanting her back, she starts doing that. After all, she already told Carter that her passion is in the here and now. She isn't likely thinking about a commitment anytime soon on Bold and the Beautiful. So maybe Hope Logan plays with Liam's emotions. He certainly played with hers for years. And maybe she strings Carter Walton along at the same time to keep her line at SC. That said, maybe Hope just goes along for the ride, without a destination in mind. This week on Bold and Beautiful, Carter Walton did something he'd never done before. He threw caution to the wind to keep Hope's line afloat. He likely did this thinking his future lies with Hope Logan. But Hope laid her cards on the table for Carter this week. She pretty much summed up her way of thinking. Since divorcing Liam, she has dealt with romance only in the moment on Bold and the Beautiful. We saw this when Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, wanted a commitment. She liked what they had going, but marriage wasn't in the cards for her. So she lost him. Still, this time is different. Hope's career hinges on Carter Walton today. So we have Carter who is moving at warp speed, and Hope who is very invested in her line at SC. So Bold and the Beautiful may have Hope Logan in a dilemma soon. She doesn't want to lose her line, but Carter may start to suffocate her. Or the dilemma could fall on Carter Walton. He might be behind HFTF only because he wants to keep Hope Logan. This could jeopardize his career with SC. Either way, these two likely have different directions in mind when it comes to commitment. This likely causes all kinds of problems, both at work and home on the CBS soap. In the shimmering world of the Bold and the Beautiful, hearts change direction faster than a Malibu tide. And this week, Hope Logan finds herself caught between indulgence and impulse. With Liam finally out of the picture, or at least out of her bed, Hope is feeling something she hasn't in a while. Free. Free to explore, free to feel, and most of all, free to flirt. Tall, smooth, loyal to a fault, a man who suffered his own share of heartbreak, especially when it comes to women entangled with the Forrester family. Quinn broke him. Paris bewildered him. Katie? She dipped. But now, Carter seems to have his eyes locked on Hope, and he's coming in hot, maybe too hot. Hope, ever the sun-drenched poster girl of romantic optimism, isn't one to leap without looking. But lately, she's been dancing on the edge of recklessness. With her fashion line thriving again and her mother Brooke encouraging her to live a little, Hope is basking in a rare moment of being desired and unburdened. And Carter is making her feel like the only woman in Los Angeles. From their first lingering glance across the Forrester Creations boardroom to their accidental brush of hands while sketching out design ideas, there's no denying the chemistry is sizzling. But it's not just heat, it's haste. Carter, ever the romantic in recovery, has a pattern. He falls fast, he falls hard, and in the process, he overlooks red flags the size of Steffi's hairdo in the 90s. He's a man of gestures, grand, impulsive, sweeping gestures that scream sincerity, but sometimes mask desperation. And Hope? She's not immune. She's been through the ringer. Manipulated by Thomas, cheated on by Liam, haunted by a revolving door of drama. For once, someone wants her without baggage. Carter listens. He compliments. He doesn't interrupt. He doesn't doubt her instincts. He believes in her creativity, her strength, and her beauty. Hope has always played the role of the good girl, the one who sacrifices, the one who forgives, the one who chooses love over lust, even when it costs her everything. But now, with Carter treating her like a goddess, she's beginning to embrace a more unapologetic version of herself. She's showing up to work in sleek power dresses and stiletto heels, trading in her prairie chic for fierce femininity. She's pausing just a second longer when Carter leans in close. She's letting his compliments linger, and most notably, she's not shutting him down. The old Hope would have waved it all away, would have reminded Carter of workplace boundaries and emotional rebounds. But this new Hope? She's soaking up the perks of being pursued. The morning coffee deliveries, the surprise lunch dates, the flirty texts that come with a winking emoji and a hint of something more. But here's the thing about Carter. He doesn't do casual. His love language is commitment, wrapped in a ring, whispered during candlelight dinners, often delivered way before it's appropriate. He's already talking about weekends away, about meeting Hope's kids, about what this could be. And Hope, while flattered, is beginning to hear alarm bells. It's not that she doesn't like Carter. How could she not? He's charming, attentive, and has the kind of abs that could land him a spot on the cover of Men's Fitness. But there's a pace to romance, and Carter's hitting the gas while Hope's still trying to find her seatbelt. She wants to enjoy the attention, the validation, the thrill of being wanted without the strings, for once. And Carter, poor Carter, is already halfway to Tiffany's. Of course, no romance in LA stays secret for long. Brooke, ever the meddling mama with a radar for drama, has already picked up on the shift. She sees the spark in Hope's eye, the slight blush when Carter enters the room. And while Brooke's all for her daughter embracing a new chapter, she's also wary of her repeating old mistakes. Ridge, catching wind of the blossoming flirtation, has his own opinions, especially given Carter's past romantic resume. Tell Carter to keep his personal life out of the office, he grunts, sipping his scotch. We don't need another HR disaster. Hope isn't saying yes, but she's also not saying no. She's dancing in that delicious in-between, where flirtation feels like power and nothing has to be defined just yet. For once, she's in control. She's setting the pace, and she's loving every second of it. Carter, meanwhile, is on the edge. He senses the possibilities, the future, the forever he's been chasing through all his failed romances. But what he doesn't see is that Hope may not be looking for a forever. Not right now, not with anyone. She's looking for herself, and she's finally starting to find her. So what's next for this almost couple? Will Hope pump the brakes before Carter offers up his heart on a diamond-studded platter? Or will she let herself fall, fast and hard, just to see where the wind takes her?